Welcome, welcome. My name is Allie Haynes-Hamlin. I'm the Executive Director at the Eisman Center in Richardson, Texas. And I am really thrilled to welcome you all here to the APAP Up Next Pitch Discovery session. As a member of the APAP Year-Round Programming Committee, I want to personally welcome you to the APAP NYC 2003 pre-conference. Well, the conference will be starting momentarily. We especially want to welcome new colleagues to this session, and we look forward to being engaged and challenged by your voices and perspectives as we build the future of APAP. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. All right, there we go. That's a little bit bigger. If you are already registered for the full APAP NYC conference, you know what an exhilarating 5 days are ahead, full of discovery, learning, connections, and of course, commerce to keep the performing arts field alive. If you are not familiar with the main conference, APAP NYC is the annual gathering of APAP, the Association of Performing Arts Professionals, the national service, advocacy, and membership organization for the performing arts industry, serving professionals from performing arts centers, artist agencies, touring companies, and a growing number of individual artists. The APAP NYC conference offers unmatched networking, showcasing, exhibiting, and professional development opportunities. And this year, we are thrilled to be celebrating a return to New York and our members' returns to the stage after the brutal last few years. Yes. So APAP values your feedback, and we encourage you to rate this session by scanning the QR at the door or in this room. The survey can also be accessed via swap card on the website or if you have the app. If you have already downloaded the swap card mobile app, search for this session under detailed schedule, then click on the session name and select the Complete Our Session Survey button. It will launch a survey monkey, and I took one earlier today. Of course, the APAP staff, volunteers, and board members are here to help. Don't hesitate to ask for assistance if you need it. And with that, we wish you an exciting and inspiring time here at APAP NYC, and we encourage you to be courageous and be curious. And now I am very excited to launch our Up Next Pitch Session Discovery Sessions. By introducing you to our very first pitch artist, please welcome the amazing Alice Shepard from Kinetic Light.
Good afternoon, APAP. To make this presentation more accessible, so you've started the clock. This is an off-the-clock access announcement. Could you go back for that for a second, please? Thank you. The clock is serious, y'all. Back again. To make this presentation more accessible, I invite you to navigate over to kineticlight.org, kineticlight.org/APAP in lowercase letters. There you will find a detailed self-description, as well as detailed image descriptions for all the images in the slides. You will also find the video clips, which are captioned, and they are audio described. The audio description is in 3 different styles, from single track to multi-track technical and multi-track poetic and emotional. Please choose the kind of audio description that looks right for you. Are you ready? Yeah. All right, Derek, let's roll. Hi, I'm Alice Shepard, Artistic Director of Kinetic Light. You got that. Wired is a contemporary aerial dance theater performance that honors the race, gender, and disability histories of barbed wire in the United States. Behind me are images of the Wired artists. With NIFA's NTP touring support available, hint, hint, Wired is a series of vignettes that takes audiences on a journey through the invention of barbed wire from the Barbs, to its use as a substitute for telegraph wire, to the trenches of World War I and World War II, to fetish communities, desire and sexuality, before ending with moments of love, longing, and connection. Behind me, one of the things Kinetic Light is known for is our approach to welcoming and artistically equitable access. We ask, what is a dance when it is sound? What is a dance when it's vibration buzzing on your skin? We believe that access has to be as complex and rich as the work itself, because for those using it, it is the work itself. The next clip demonstrates one of our approaches to audio description. Think about the dance as a verbal sound cloud.
She tumbles effortlessly, tipping back, hair and then arms brushing the ground, an intimacy with the wire.
The bundles of barbed wire at front. And
She
the whole
spins
excess crossing
around
space
and
reaching
around.
down to the ground.
Wired is a deeply compelling, incredibly beautiful work. And it's been seen in New York and Chicago, and we are ready to come to you. Behind me, the performers of Wired wrapped in barbed wire. Audiences are fascinated, and they have responded by sharing their deep emotional connection to flight and by telling us their personal stories of when they first touched barbed wire. Molly Toprovich, Reidenauer, Managing Director, is here. Sandy Garcia from Pentacle is here, and I am here. We invite you to come take flight with us, and thank you. Ready?
We have exactly 60 seconds available for Q&A. Does anybody have a question? Has anybody seen the piece and wants? Yes, would you like to tell us a little bit about it?
It's incredible. Highly, highly recommend.
Oh, awesome.
Truly in flight.
What city did you see it in?
I saw it in Chicago and New York.
Excellent. Awesome. Super fan. Fabulous. Thank you. All right, we got 31 seconds. Anybody have a question? Thank you. Where's the company based?
We're bi-coastal at this moment and headed, hopefully, to New York. We'll see.
Beautiful. Alrighty, following the all of the pitches, the artists will be available in the Petit Trianon for further Q&A afterwards as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alrighty, now it's my pleasure to introduce Vincent Dubé and Laura Colby talking about Machine de Cirque.
Hello. Thank you, Ali, for the introduction. Go direct for the timer. Hello, my name is Vincent Dubé. You can call me Vince. I'm the co-founder and artistic director of Machine de Cirque, a contemporary circus company located in Quebec City, yes, in Canada. 10 years young, Machine de Cirque's productions have toured the world. Today, I'm here to share one of our newest shows, Robot Infidèle, created by Machine de Cirque co-founder Johan Trépanier. The show is performed by one acrobat, Johan actually, and two physically gifted musicians who appear as aspects of the acrobat's character as a hat maker, serving as his faithful accomplices while searching to find balance between creativity and productivity, something we can all relate to. At the heart of the hat maker's world is a conveyor belt, a spinning lamppost, and a bicycle absolutely not suitable for the average person. The set pieces have a life of their own in this show that directly challenges the laws of physics.
Hi, I'm Laura Colby with LC Management. Hello, APAP. I'm so happy to be here. Robot Infidel has a great sense of humor. It's wonderful for all ages and for theaters between 100 and 1,000 seats. We are working with a tour period of January and February of 24, as well as June. You can find me and the LC team at booth 368. And thank you to APAP for this pitch moment, and welcome to the trailer.
Wonderful, thank you. All righty, do we have any questions for Laura or Vincent? Has anybody had the pleasure of seeing this wonderful work and wants to tell us a little bit about their experience? Yes?
Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you so much.
Perfect. We'll
Yes.
make sure it happens.
Question in the middle?
I would say it's a great pleasure, privilege for us from Quebec to be here at APAP, but both Quebec artists to your festival and your place because, you know, we're close together and we love to be here in the U.S.
Perfect
Thank you.
timing. Thank you so
Quebec.
much. Wonderful. All righty. Thanks, you guys. All righty. And now, please welcome Audrey Rose DeGay and Yulia Linek with the Slavo Theater Group.
Thank you, Ali and APAP. We are APAP first-timers. And let's hit it, Derek. Mother Motherland is a theatrical performance with a runtime of 1 hour. It is an original devised piece, which was devised over the last 5 months by 4 Ukrainian actresses from Kharkiv and an American mother-daughter duo.
The principle of the performance is based on experience of active war, which is best described as living in 2 opposing realities.
Imagine you are sitting in Starbucks drinking an iced latte.
Text message, your city is being bombed.
And then you are in Starbucks drinking an iced latte.
So we decided to use a structure of 3 overlapping realities to shape our performance.
At the base is a semi-autobiographical short story written in 1924 by Ukrainian writer Mykola Havilovi, I Am a Romantic. The hero of the story must decide whether or not to execute his own mother to protect his commune.
What is more important, mother or motherland?
All characters in the short story represent different aspects of I. To translate this, we used shadows and masks, which were created by Slovo Theater Group actress Daria Holovchanska.
We built our next layer from personal stories connected to the author Mykola Havilovi, which we developed by the use of the archival text, including the letter from his own mother.
And then there are our personal stories and current events, which we represented with Clown, the dictator, as well as monologues in post-documentary style.
We explored object and physical theater inspired by our studies of Ukrainian executed director Les Kurbas, Jean Klikok, puppet theater and shadow theater. And our original goal was to combine Ukrainians and Americans by our shared experience. And to achieve this goal, we use 2 tools, irony and a baby.
So My daughter is in the piece. The decision to perform with her was not easy, but it was her who decided. She is now 11 months old. She has been performing for more than half her life. And she has already performed in Chicago, at the Kennedy Center, and New York. So she is a performing arts professional. Performing with a baby calls for improvisation, and in something that covers such hard topics as war, executions, cultural oppression, and fear, she reminds us of innocence, hope, and vulnerability.
Our piece is about individual power, the power of I. We only hope that after the performance, audience members will walk away more curious, asking themselves, what can I do?
So if you are curious, we are performing tonight at 7 p.m. We are also in booth 125. We are not performing here. We are at the Girl Theater, which is just a few blocks away. Tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, our performances are free and are followed with a talk back with the artist. Thank you.
Wonderful. All righty. Do we have any questions for Audrey or Yulia?
Where are you based out of?
So we have been based out of Pittsburgh. Our fiscal sponsoring organization is in New Brunswick, New Jersey, but we are an international group.
What's on the baby's rider?
What's on the baby's rider is that you look at her and that you clap.
Yes.
So I saw the show last night. Really enjoyed it. But my question is looking towards the future, like in the next maybe 2 years, how do you envision the fact that your daughter's 11 months old? Out of a really interesting aspect of that might be gone in a year. How do you envision that working?
Yes, so we've actually rewritten the piece 3 times already as she has gone through stages of her life. And she will decide, but we have also considered the possibility of hiring another actress with her daughter to support other mothers in theater.
Beautiful. Thank you both so much. Thank you.
Hi, this is Monica Bill Barnes.
And I'm Robbie Sines Davateri, and this is The Running Show.
We show up in a city on Monday and meet a group of dancers for the first time. Robbie interviews them, I dance with them, and 5 days later we perform a show that mixes movement and stories that will never be exactly the same again.
Monica Bill Barnes is taking her place at the start with an ambitious opener, the snaps. While snapping may seem like an entry-level move, Barnes is known for pushing the basics to the extreme. She packs a lightning-quick speed into her just under 5'1" frame, and it's going to be a throwdown to see who can match her snap for snap tonight. How old are you?
5 3/4.
5 3/4. And are you dancing in the show tonight?
Yes.
I'm 11 years old and I just turned 11. I'm 15 years old. I'm 18.
And I'm 19 years old.
And I'm 20 years old.
21 years old.
And I'm 22 years old.
You're 22 and you feel old. Seriously?
Yeah. I feel like I don't have time.
What do you mean?
As a dancer, I don't have time.
I'm 69, going on 70 in October.
I'm 83 years old.
In dance is a place where I feel most vulnerable. I feel that every single part of myself is there. Sometimes when I'm talking, I don't say everything that is in my mind, but when I'm dancing, I'm just doing everything with my body.
Barnes is looking to leave it all on the field tonight.
About 10 years ago, when Robbie and I began collaborating, we gave ourselves the mission to bring dance where it doesn't belong. Sometimes that means making site-specific work, like our museum workout at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, or the Bessie-honored Days Go By set inside of a shopping mall in downtown New York. But to us, the motto also means that we are bringing people to dance who feel like they don't belong there. The Running Show tackles this head-on. It's a dance show performed by dancers who are working every day and dreaming every night of the chance to get on stage. And it's a dance show for audiences who might not usually see themselves in the art form.
The Running Show frames dance as a kind of live sport. It borrows narrative elements from sportscasting like play-by-play calls and sideline interviews. We're using the tools of sports to document the journey of a dancer's life. And we're telling this story because it's a vehicle for inspiration and for thought, much like the backstories we all watch through tears during the Olympics every few years. And the dancer's story is a story about what it means to persevere, to keep moving, and to pursue something every single day with the knowledge that it is disappearing with a little bit more with every step that you take towards it. And it's a story that we think audiences of all kinds can see themselves in. Thank you.
Thank you both. Alrighty, what questions do we have for Monica and... Sorry, Robbie.
Oh, that's okay.
I wanted to say Robbie. I just thought it was wrong. Yes?
How does the local participation work?
It's great. We arrive on Monday. We hold an audition Monday morning. We start working with a group of 18 to 24-year-olds or with a local college. There's always a dance studio nearby, so we also work with a 12-year-old who's just gone up on point and an older dancer from the community. So it all happens within 5 days.
Amazing. Did I see another hand over here? Got a 15-second question? Yes.
We are not in the booth. Are we
But
in the booth? But yeah.
Laura Colby from LC Management represents us and is in a booth that is
386?
368.
368. Thank you.
All righty. Thank you guys so much.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ashley St. Armand, and I'm the creator of a musical called North the Musical. Roll it! North is a piece that I created to remind myself to feel pride instead of shame when I consider my ancestors, our ancestors who lived during the 18th and 19th centuries. Lived, not just survived, but lived interesting, multifaceted, complicated, adventurous lives. On the surface, North follows a journey of a young mother and her son as they search for their freedom through the Underground Railroad. But this musical is not about slavery. It's about grit, community, and finding magic in the most unexpected places. As a jazz musician with deep roots in New Orleans, can I hear it from New Orleans? I steeped this musical in jazz to highlight the intricate, relational, and improvisational path we call life. And it's also packed with stories drawn from real life experiences of people from this period so that our theatrical experience would be relatable as possible for our intergenerational audience as well as the players and our creative team. North is our shared story.
Hi, my name is Sarah McCarthy. I'm the founder of Dandelion Artists and a proud co-producer of North the Musical. I've had the privilege of working with Ashley for years, and I love how personal and meaningful this piece is for her and for everyone who's been a part of it. We brought together 4 commissioning partners during the pandemic to bring this project to life. The Leeds Center of Kansas, Segerstrom Center for the Arts, Chandler Center for the Arts, and Playhouse Square, plus 2 education sponsors, TO Arts and Poway Center for the Arts. With this incredible support, we workshopped and rehearsed through summer and fall of 2022. Here's a brief glimpse of the show. We opened the play in October to standing ovations. It's been incredible, and it's just the beginning. We'd love to work with you to bring it to your communities in 2024 for our next tour. I'll be in the expo hall at booth 258 and would love to talk to you more about it. Thank you.
Awesome. All righty, anybody have any questions? Anybody seen it or want to talk about it? Michelle McLennan?
I have seen it at the workshops, and we presented it in Chandler, and I have to say it's just a beautiful, authentic, joyous piece that is so suitable for multi-generational families, and it is a wonderful entryway into history and to learning. And
Any other questions? All right, remember all of our pitch presenters will be in the Petit Trianon after the final pitch of this session. So if you've got more questions, please feel free to find them there. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Very good. Derek, please hit it.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alexis.
Hi, my name is Arash.
We are both contemporary dance artists, choreographers, and directors based in the Coast Salish Territories, Vancouver, Canada.
So this is a contemporary dance duet. It's a collaboration between myself and Alexis, and it's inspired by the poems of Forough Farrokhzad, who is a prominent and beloved Iranian poet and a powerful female voice who speaks, her work speaks from generations and cultures. So the piece is called All My Being is a Dark Verse, which means Hame hasti man aye tarikist.
Our piece includes original composition by Alex Ma, which mixes a beautiful and haunting snippets of Faroukh's voice from some of the only existing recordings we have of her today. Our set is a surrealist bouquet of hanging lamps and books created by French-Canadian dancer and visual designer Sylvain Senez. He also happens to be my husband and the production manager for this work.
And everything in the stage design, including the lighting by Victoria Bell and the costume design by Elika Moshtabai, reflect the vintage photographic feeling of the 50s and 60s, that is the time period that Forough lived in. Our creation process really is based on the emotions evoked from Faroukh's poems. And in touring this piece, we're just interested in sharing this and passionate about sharing it with a range of audiences who are interested in experiencing dance that is poetic and emotionally driven.
During this very emotional and brutal time that Iran and so many countries in the world are going through, we are so grateful to dance and believe that it is a powerful and distinct tool for connection, togetherness, and the processing of pain. We will now share a video from our stage premiere.
دل من به اندازه یک عشق است به بهانه‌های ساده خوشبختی خود می‌نگرد
Wonderful. Does anybody have any questions? Any questions for these two? All right, awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, there's no question.
You do have a question. Oh, excellent. Is it possible to see you in New York City?
We would absolutely love to be performing this
More than once if you want.
Yes, absolutely. And we'll be available to talk in the other room afterwards.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Humbled to be here. It's part of presenting with all these amazing artists. I think please stick through to the end. They're all amazing, amazing pieces of work. Derek, let's roll. I'm Kevin Peters. I'm here to speak about Billboard charting Sultans of String, who have created the most ambitious and important project of their career called Walking Through the Fire. This is a beautiful collection of collaborations with First Nations, Métis, and Inuit artists across Turtle Island, created in the spirit of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission that asks for Indigenous and non-Indigenous people to work together as an opportunity to show a path forward. As a society, we cannot move forward without first acknowledging and reflecting on the past. So they have been calling on Indigenous artists to share with them their stories, their experience, and their lives. The result is an exciting and moving performance on stage with their collaborators in a new live concert. Sultans of String also have incredible multimedia technology to bring in virtual guests on the big screen that they perform with, including Dr. Duke Redbird, the Northern Cree Powwow Group, Inuit singers, and more, making this a coast-to-coast-to-coast production. The group can also work and encourages to incorporate local artists into the production, and they are also available for education shows and workshops. The concert lineup consists of the core Sultans of String members, as well as Indigenous collaborators, Mark Merlane of Najiwan, members of the Métis Fiddler Quartet, Shannon Thunderbird, and many others. Sultans of String can be virtual, it can be performed with symphonies, they can do all sorts of different projects that they have as well. We're going to run a little video clip that highlights Walking Through the Fire, but I also would encourage you to take out your phones and find Sultans of String on social media. They released today a new video from this production with the Northern Cree Powwow Group. So you can find that video out there on YouTube today. This is going to be turned into a Netflix special after they launch in September.
The universe and manifested a blue geosphere, a radiant planet, the marvelous Earth, the mother who gave us birth.
Awesome, thank you. Do we have any questions for Kevin? No? All right, wonderful.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
When aliens fall from the sky, will you finally see the lies? The disguise, will it finally pull the wool from your eyes? When aliens fall to the ground, will you finally hear the sound? The pounding djembe drums of reggaetoneros y los guerreros rolling up in your town, brown-fisted, black-skinned, Chino and Anglo-Saxon maduros y black peas, fufu y chopped cheese, yolo paro sancocho for the soul, all stirred in the melting pot of Latinidad.
Hello, everyone. Chisi Yamaguchi, she, her, with Sozo Artists, and I'm thrilled to be here with you to share When Aliens Fall from the Sky. Directed by longtime collaborator Elise Toran and a majority BIPOC and Latinx team of creatives and artists, Aliens is the long-awaited return to the stage of Tony Award-winning poet and performance artist Lemon Anderson, a compilation of intergenerational stories told through the lens of the Latinx diaspora. Aliens is a one-man show channeling deep listening and empathy, speaking truth to power of the unidentified and undocumented encompassed in our diverse American story. Aliens runs 65 minutes with no intermission and travels with up to 3 people, including the artist. Produced by Sozo and ASU Gamage, the project has received development support from Kadamia Theater in Dallas, the Clarice, and are seeking additional commissioning partners and a technical residency ahead of its New York City premiere in early 2024. We're also seeking presenting partners to build a national tour from early 24 on. Engaging with the community through collaborative practice and developing courage to share our stories. The project seeks to engage young people and immigrant populations with the intention to affirm our oneness as we live our stories together. Aliens invites audiences to imagine and embody the complexity of the immigrant experience, serving as a doorway to meaningful dialogue across peoples and cultures. Thank you, and I look forward to working with you to bring this work to, for, and with your communities.
Thank you, Chisa. Does anybody have any questions for Chisa about this piece? Any questions at all? All righty. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
My name is Svetlana. I'm the leader of the band The New York Collective, and I'm here to speak about our brand new program, special jazz concert for kids called Swing Makes You Sing. Go ahead, Derek. What is swing? It's a motion and a potion. It's a pep in your step.
So swing
Let's hear it.
Makes you sing. It will make you dance. It will give you wings. So come together, let me hear you say. If you sing it and you swing it, it will make your day.
Here we are in Queens, New York. And in Manama, Bahrain.
Yes, it's a good day. Yes, it's a good day from morning to night.
Swing Makes You Sing is a highly interactive concert of original songs and fun versions of jazz standards around the topics that are central to jazz music: jazz band, swing, blues, improvisation, and of course, New Orleans is the birthplace of jazz. We represent jazz as Black American music. Our band is very diverse and represents voices of women, immigrants, people of color. Whether in public school in Brooklyn or festival in Bahrain, our band wants to reflect our audience diversity because we want to make jazz more relevant to them. We received multiple awards presenting our concert for kids from 1 to 92, how the Christmas song says. We also conduct outreach programs, such as learning workshops, where we talk to kids about jazz. We conduct band clinics, master classes, joint concerts with the schools, which is very exciting. We also bring in movement, dancing, tap dancing, swing dancing, both on stage as well as in the workshops, trying to make jazz music more relevant to our kids. We still do virtual shows, sometimes as a precursor to coming to an art center or a festival to connect with the audiences. Why? Because we just love jazz. We're so excited about it. Pop Matters called us upper echelon of joy, and we want to bring this energy to you because swing makes you sing. That's it, you got it. So hoping to come to you.
Swing makes you sing. It will make you dance. It will give you wings. So come together, let me hear you say. If you sing it and you swing it, it will make your day.
Looking to connect with you, talk to you about our concerts, our outreach programs, and we can also combine that with our evening main stage performance for your older audiences. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, are there any questions for Svetlana? Any questions? All right, awesome.
I have some stickers and really fun pens for anyone who wants to talk to me.
There you go. You better find her in the petite,
Working with kids,
petite
you know?
Trianon for those stickers.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Derek. Hit it.
Dear editor, dear Mr. Hill,
Mr. Higginson,
Dear President Roosevelt,
dear sir,
dear landlordess,
dear Miss Ford,
Irving,
dear beautiful brown-skinned girl.
my dear miss.
Hi there.
Hi there, indeed. My name is Paul Morgan Stetler, and I am the founder and curator of Letters Aloud, where we read real letters from real people read by great actors in front of live audiences with live musical accompaniment. If you were to take NPR's selected shorts and cross it with the Moth podcast and add just a touch of the old A Prairie Home Companion, that's pretty much our show, except, of course, with letters. For the past 8 years, we have traveled the country visiting 20 different states and 46 different cities, including a 2-week, 9-city tour of Alaska, which was really, really cool and really, really cold. And world premiered 5 different shows based on various themes, such as fame, love, perseverance, parenthood, and military service during wartime. But the one theme that kept popping up in every one of those shows is the theme that we're going to explore next, and that is the theme of rejection. The poet Mary Oliver once said, "The road to success is paved with rejection letters." And when we're dealing with our own rejections, it is sometimes quite soothing to bask in the misery of others. Misery, of course, loves company, so why not create a show about it? And that is what we have done. Our newest presentation is called Thanks But No Thanks, the Greatest Rejection Letters Ever. Among the nearly 50 letters in this program, Stephen King receives his first rejection letter from Spacemen magazine. Andy Warhol is asked to pick up his newest painting at the front desk before it is hauled away. Gertrude Stein receives a taste of her very repetitive "a rose is a rose is a rose" medicine. A young Sidney Poitier asks Franklin Delano Roosevelt for $100. Franklin said no. And a college applicant hilariously rejects the rejection letter that she received from Duke University. Thanks But No Thanks is funny, it is heartwarming, it's touching, and it is a powerful reminder that struggle is universal and that each rejection we receive brings us that much closer to acceptance. Or, as Mad Magazine's 1972 Forum rejection letter states, although you've been rejected, things could be a lot worse. Your material could have been accepted. And then where would you be? Well, hopefully where we'll be is performing Thanks But No Thanks in your venue during your 23-24 season, unless, of course, you reject us, but then we'll just have some extra letters to add to our show. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any questions for Paul? Yes. How many performers in the piece?
It's usually one live musician. I act as the host and two professional actors, and then we use community members to come up and read a letter or two. So there's a lot of flexibility, and we do have a school program that we have called Be the Change, where there's letters to and from kids to their heroes and responses that they received and how it's changed society. Also, by the way, Robin Klinger is my agent. She'll be here, and we're going to be showcasing an excerpt from this in the ball. Which one? Yeah, just down the hall here. So we're going to do that. So please reach out to Robin if you want to know more. Yeah.
Awesome. Perfect.
All right, thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Valerie Green, the Artistic Director of Dance Entropy, a New York City-based dance company. I'm excited to pitch our new show, Home, and would like to start with a quote from The Dance Enthusiast. Sequential and sweeping contemporary movement juxtaposed with music from green Serbian heritage accentuates the idea that home exists within a wide community, those people we live among, and the roots of our ancestry. Derek, you can roll the clip. Thank you. Home is a global collaboration between choreographers from 6 countries, including India, Colombia, Burkina Faso, Sweden, Lebanon, and myself from the US. So why Home? The project Home is very personal to me. I'm a daughter of an immigrant parent from Serbia, and my identity growing up was very confusing. I spent many years working throughout the Balkans, teaching and creating work to understand my identity and those of others. So home for me is a continuation of this question. With so many people dislocated and relocated, and with so much time spent at home during the pandemic, the question is more relevant than ever. These choreographers in the project I met through the years and developed relationships over time. They were invited to New York City to work with my company in our home studio green space in Queens. The project began in 2019, and this last year I spent developing the work to its final form, which premiered at Gibney Dance Center this past September. The evening-length 90-minute show is very expressive and also includes singing, acting, diverse music, many costumes, and explores culture, ritual, history, identity, and community. In between each dance, there's an audiovisual component that helps to support universal accessibility. Home was received with great success, and particularly moving for immigrant audiences. There's an educational workshop component and also an adaptation for young audiences. Ultimately, I hope that by sharing this work to diverse audiences together, we can build more empathy and compassion for other cultures. We are ready to book for 2023 and beyond. I thank you very much, and I hope to see you at Hall of the Americas, booth 285, or our showcase at City Center tomorrow at 6:30 in Studio 5.
Wonderful, thank you. Do we have any questions for Valerie? Any questions? All right, wonderful. Thank you so much. Excellent.
Hi, I'm playwright Crystal Skillman. Derek, you know what to do. Open is a New York Times Critics' Pick solo play with a strong message of resilience for the LGBTQIA community and has earned critical praise from all over the world and sold-out performances. Director Jesse D. Hill and I developed the piece for years together. After a successful run at the Tank of New York City, we had an opportunity for the show to tour in Italy with Onstage Festival, thanks to a Mid-Atlantic Arts grant. I believe they're here. Thank you, Mid-Atlantic Arts. We were in 4 cities. We saw how the play engages with all ages. We had performances in high schools, community centers, theaters, and even, through a very interesting event, a library in Rome. It has a very performative theatrical quality with just one person that engages an audience's experience. Meet our magician, humorously pantomiming tricks for us. Can't you see the magic? Like flowers out of a hat. But as she goes, she realizes, just like you, that she can't see the magic. So she reminds us that magic is when what we imagine can become real. Through a whoosh sound, we suddenly start to see the magic she's showing us with this sound we're hearing. The magic is coming to us as we believe. This magician is revealed to be Kristen, a YA author researching her first fantasy novel about magic. These magic acts are tricks that she performs for Jenny, her partner of 5 years. It's a true New York love story. But for Kristen, not being accepted by her own mother when growing up in Indiana, being open is not easy. When they first meet, Jenny asks Kristen to commit to a promise. They will always be open about who they are. She vows to keep that promise. As the magic show keeps going with these pantomimed rope, hoop tricks, levitation, and tightrope walks, we realize the truth. Jenny has suffered from a vicious hate crime the night before. Kristen reveals why she has brought us, an imagined audience in her mind. It is here to save Jenny with magic.
In Open, there is magic in this wonderful actor's nuanced performance and pantomime of tricks. There's a simple lighting plot and an elegant sound design. I have seen this show provide the opportunity to reach out to queer communities as well as audiences from all walks of life to experience the love inside a queer relationship and to discuss the rewards and challenges and dangers of being out and proud in our world. The show inspires audience conversation and gives us a chance for deeper connections and understandings everywhere we've brought this show. During our time where right-wing extremists right now are taking away our rights, it's more important than ever for us to share this story of empowerment and healing. Thank you.
You can also follow. We will be over there in the little room, and it's open to play on social. Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you. Do we have any questions for these two about Open?
We are not performing this weekend, but we have a lot of materials that we can share with you. Absolutely, my email is on is there as well. So find me. I have flyers with a little. I want to call it a barcode, but it's that thing where it. Yes, thank you. That.
Wonderful. Any other questions? All right. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Logar Ramin Torkian. I'm a musician and composer.
Hello, everyone at APAP. Ty Defoe, director of this piece.
Derek, we're ready. My musical partner, Azam Ali, and I have always been interested in the intersection of art and technology and the way it influences and enhances the audience's experience. We created our first multimedia show in 2016, and prior to that, we did an electronic acoustic world music band in 2005. Both have been internationally acclaimed. Now we are working on a multidisciplinary, fantastical theatrical piece titled The Seven Realms of Attar, which is based on an Iranian Sufi mystical tale. It takes place in the realm of birds, but it's about human world and our struggles, trial, sympathy and interconnection of all that exists on Earth. Very profound, interesting story and quite relevant to our time. And the way that we're going to devise this, I leave that to Ty.
Yeah, absolutely. So narrative poetry will lead the audience through the story, and it's done in English, so it's a band on stage. There'll be 6 live musicians and 1 dancer who will personify a multiplicity of characters and or birds through this metaphor, as well as some masks that will be created.
We're also going to have illustrations done for the show that are already commissioned to be done. We're also going to have avatars and additional motion and audio reactive elements on stage. All the illustrations are multi-layered, so every layer is going to become animated and going to be motion and audio reactive. For example, if the position of the dancer or the singer changes, the light source will change. The way we're going to do this is through doing a screen technology, which is having multiple translucent screen hanging on stage. They disappear depending on the way you light it, but once you project upon it, objects begin to appear in front of the performers. So it's really creates a kind of like a 3D pop-up book. We are also going to create, we're going to have motion sensors attached to the hand of the performers. That's the way they're going to control the avatars, and the motion reactivity will take place. The avatars are going to be modeled after the birds, which once the illustrations are done. I know there is a lot of technology involved, but most of it is done in pre-production, and it's really not that complicated to implement this on stage. We're also going to have camera feed, live camera feed, to be able to capture the images of the performers. So we're going to scale those, manipulate them, and integrate them with the rest of the visuals, as well as projecting upon the performers as well. So everything is quite integrated and very elusive. Nothing makes me more proud than the team that we have together, from Ty Defoe, our director, who's an incredible rising star, from Jérôme Delapierre, who's right now designing the visual for Cirque du Soleil. It shows that everybody truly believes in this story and the importance of it during this time. What we need are commissioners and space for residency to continue to develop the show. Thank you.
Thank you. All righty, do we have any questions? Yes, sir.
Yes. So there are 6 live musicians. It's really going to have 2 components to it: the elements that are going to be performed live, and then there's a series of sonic designs that are going to be there, just like a movie, that it's going to kind of enhance the production. Also, we are writing the music in such way that we can incorporate local orchestral sections if the presenters ask for. So the orchestration is going to be done and available, so we can recruit the orchestral group from universities and colleges to perform with us.
And I'll just say too, and add on, if you have Spotify, type in Azam Ali, and you can hear some of the music there. It's absolutely stunning, beautiful work with Persian influences that reaches contemporary audiences. Thank you.
Do we have a 10-second question back here in green? Yep.
When you say a residency, how many in residence and what kind of technical specs do you need or do you not want to do the digital?
I can give you detailed information on that if you like after, but essentially we need just basically 2 projectors, a black box, and some lighting. There are going to be 6 people in residency.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Wonderful, you guys. All righty. Now, please welcome Jackie, Miss Funk Lopez, and Brandon Huezan with the Versa Style Dance Company.
Hit it, Derek. Versa Style Dance Company was established in 2005. Our baby just turned 18 years old this year. We consist of a young, diverse dance ensemble representing authentic hip-hop and street dance practitioners in the BIPOC communities of Los Angeles. We have toured locally, nationally, and globally since 2013 with our friends, some of our friends here like the Ford, the Bro, the Wallace, Whitebird, Jacob's Pillow, but I'm super excited for the Joyce this upcoming February 21st through the 25th. Our organization is twofold. We have a passion for sharing our personal stories and experiences of using street dance into the concert stage, but we also have a deep commitment for the community engagement portion, specifically serving the Black and Brown communities and the youth about the depth, the beauty, and history of hip-hop, and we love to share our hip-hop dance curriculum in English and Espanol, right, for K-12 partnerships, universities, and colleges.
Yes, and since dance is our medium of expression, our newest piece, Free Mind, Free Style, was developed in 2020 as a reaction to global events such as the pandemic and the uprisings. We asked ourselves questions like, what restricts us, what oppresses us, and how do we ultimately break free? This work pushes the boundaries of what is stereotypically understood as hip-hop dance and may be a new experience for audiences. So what you're about to see are 2 excerpts from the work, which include both spoken word and dance, extinctions of representation of oppression and resistance experienced daily by people of color, and Spirit of the Bones honors hip-hop's roots and African and Latin dances. We will be showcasing tomorrow with Pentacle, so see them at booth 151 for more information.
Enough with the dance! How you gonna make enough money from that when the flashing dorsal fin starts your rear view? Are you driving slow enough for fear to leave from moving car before the shark speed? When the teeth approach your door at warp speed? Are you polite enough? Light enough? To keep it from lighting you up, your body a corpse, are you lighted up? Quite enough for this probable cause. Sure enough, the unmistakable smell of not having enough. Well, you're filthy enough, guilty enough. You can bet your complexion it will be enough. Enough said. Enough is enough. Had enough yet? Have you had enough yet?
Excellent. All righty, do we have any questions here for Jackie and Brandon? Any questions? You sure? All right.
Thank you.
Awesome, thanks you guys.
Hi everybody, I'm Sarah. All right, let's go Derek. The Pa'akai from Honolulu Theater for Youth introduces ideas of healing and balance by focusing on Pa'akai, salt. We hear stories and songs where salt is used like medicine, where people are healed by the sea's saltwater therapy. We watch the ritual of gathering salt by farmers in Kauai, salt that can never be sold, only given. We learn as the goddess Pele teaches how salt can preserve fish. The stories are specific to Hawaii, but universal questions emerge. What makes a place special? What traditions and values live within the land and community? What gifts does each member bring? And how does a community share their home and culture while also protecting it? One reoccurring image is the hand. It can be open, as if to offer a gift. It can be turned down in preparation for work, or it can be a fist, ready to protect and fight. Through the course of the show, we see these three desires to give, to work, to protect, come alive. This play began as a response to the damage caused by COVID-19 and the surge of tourism in Hawaii. At a time when local communities were and are trying to heal, they found themselves overrun with strangers. With this show, HTY seeks to lift up Native Hawaiian values of community and generosity, and to inspire travelers to be respectful of all lands and cultures they visit, as well as their own homes. HTY was awarded the NIFA Theater Project Creation Grant to develop the show and worked with the Bishop Museum and cultural elders, including salt farmers in Kauai. It premiered in September and has sparked rich conversations about healing, environmental stewardship, and joy.
The crystals were there all along, but it's only when the sun lifts the water away that the tiny gems choose to reveal themselves. Glistening, shimmering salt. Pa'akai. Weeks of waiting, the sea is unmaking these beautiful crystals. Now Pa'akai is here, and we gather together.
Mom says it's my saltwater therapy. The second guest brought a bowl filled with pa'akai to share, so the door was open.
What is the greatest gift you bring? Is it stuff? Is it things? The gifts we share are more than things. A smile, a laugh, a song to sing. This is the pa'akai we bring.
Thank you.
Awesome, Sarah. All right, do we have any questions for Sarah about this piece? Any questions? All right. Cool. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. Lovely to see you here. My name is Etienne Gara. I'm a violinist and the founder of Delirium Musicum, which is a delirious, self-conducted string orchestra based in Los Angeles. Derek, please do your magic. Seasons is part of a bigger effort to bring our artistic voice to the critical global conversation surrounding climate issues. One of the two programs of this project is called Trilogy, which is an homage to the three iconic Californian trees that were so badly burned during the 2020 wildfires. To do so, we commissioned three star composers: Billy Childs, who wrote about the sequoias, Gabriella Smith about the Joshua trees, and Steve Mackey, who portrays the redwoods. It features different musical styles, including a violin and an electric guitar concerto, and a jazz trio joining the ensemble. The other program is called Seasons, obviously, brings the past and the future together and presents our humanness as one of the powerful answers to save the world, one delirious note at a time. It is also the program of our debut album for Warner Classics, which is going to be released in April, and today is a release of the first single of the album, so if you want to check on Spotify or favorite platform, you can listen to the Spring One by Max Richter. The album will feature Vivaldi's Four Seasons, recomposed by Max Richter, and Philip Glass's American Four Seasons. There are two pieces that are extremely powerful and physical and also reflect on our society in many philosophical and deep ways. And all audiences just get to their feet because of how it connects the people in the hall to the musicians. When we are on tour, we love to do outreaches to students because we want to bring them to the concerts after the outreach, and we're very successful in doing so. So the concerts are very encouraged to children from 3 to 99 and plus years old. The number of musicians that we bring on tour is somewhat flexible. It goes from 13 to 21, depending on the program and the budget available, and how much deliriousness you want in your venue. Thank you.
Wonderful. All right, do we have any questions for Etienne? It's okay.
My question is about venues. You showed something that was very sort of site-specific and immersive. Can you say something about performance space and how you use it?
Yes, we are very comfortable in very different kind of venues, from really small and intimate, where we barely fit a few people, to 2,000 and plus seats venues. I'm artist in residence at the Soraya in Los Angeles. It's a 1,700 seats venue. That's where we recorded the album, and we did 4 other promotional videos that I'm very happy to show you after, that were shot in that venue. So you can see us in different spaces. We also played in a parking lot. This one was at the Doheny Mansion in Los Angeles, where some of the Godfather's themes were shot.
Awesome, thank you. All right, wonderful. Thank you, Etienne.
Thank you very much.
All righty, please welcome Catherine Caldwell and Keisha McKee with the KM Dance Project.
All right, take it away, Robert. Thank you. My arms have become long enough to hold my body, long enough to stretch back and love the little girl who still lives in it, long enough to bridge a lineage. Raw fruit is storytelling. Like a good old pot of gumbo, it starts with the roux, rich with the spirit of Black folks in New Orleans. And it blends choreography by me, Keisha McKee, and performers. Original sound by Free For All, spoken word by Sonny Patterson, and film by Milo Demgen.
Raw Fruit elevates the voices of Black women, cultural legacies, and family histories. Raw Fruit is a nostalgic experience for multi-generational audiences filled with elements of debutante balls, confrontation, girls on the playground, second line, and New Orleans social dance. Raw Fruit addresses complicated dynamics between mothers, daughters, and grandmothers. While acknowledging generational cycles, Raw Fruit most importantly invites you to heal, repair, and imagine your own rebirth.
Raw Fruit takes the audience on an immersive journey with pre-show interactives, including a short film, an altar honoring ancestors, and writing stations providing an opportunity to leave messages to loved ones. As artists born and raised in New Orleans, we want to share our stories and engage in multi-generational conversations with your communities by offering workshops in movement, writing, and storytelling.
This too is an initiation, a ritual marking a new start. I am beginning again. Feeling nice. No, no, no. No, no, no. Don't run on your period. Don't walk your bare feet outside. Don't pick your nose. Don't mess your clothes. Don't tell no little stranger boy how. She got the whole wide world in her
The video you just watched includes excerpts from our recent performance of Raw Fruit, where we were presented by the Contemporary Arts Center in New Orleans.
Raw Fruit has received national grant funding and support, including a tour subsidy through NEFA, an NDP production grant, which can be made available to presenters.
Mark your calendars. We are coming back to New York and performing Raw Fruit in the Bronx at BAD on March 17th in person, and we'll also be live streaming at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can use your phone and, oh, maybe not, but you could have. I'm Catherine Caldwell.
And I'm Keisha McKee, and thank you so much.
Thank you. All righty. Do we have any questions here for Catherine or Keisha? Yes. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Any other questions? Yes.
Thank you for that presentation. I know it's funny, and this sounds wonderful. Who are the other 9 who traveled?
Who are the other 9?
Absolutely. So we have 5 dancers: myself, Catherine Caldwell, Jasmine Simmons and Edmonds, Shanice Holmes, Melanique Brown, and then we have musician Free for All, Sonny Patterson, our spoken word artist, and then we have our lighting designer, John Alexander, and a sound technician, Amara Skinner.
Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you. All righty. Thanks you guys so much.
Let's watch Babylon fall. 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 Hey, yo, this is with the heart of a lion. Wisdom seed that grew on the gravesite of King Solomon. Rise up, fight for your rights, cannabis. The sacred tree of life, divine earth that brings eye to the heights. Holy smoke leads to iration, highest level of existence. Word sound power here to call, political system. Watch Babylon fall.
All right, everyone, we've made it to the end. Chisa Yamaguchi again here with Sozo Artists, and I can't think of a better way to end this incredible pitch session with a wonderful show where audience and critics alike are joyfully riding the high together. We're going to end today talking about weed. Cannabis, a Viper Vaudeville, is a celebrated theatrical concert where weed is the guest of honor, exploring the history of cannabis through music, dance, and spoken word grounded in the hip-hop traditions of the remix and mashup. The team includes powerhouse vocalist Grace Galou as composer and performing as Sativa Diva, Baba Israel as writer and co-director and performing as its magical, mystical MC, lighting up the stage with hip-hop and spoken word collective, Soul Inscribed, and an ensemble of dancers that includes members of the incomparable Urban Bushwomen. Inspired by Martin A. Lee's book, Smoke Signals, A Social History of Marijuana, the show takes us on a time-traveling tale through the speakeasies of the Jazz Age, the revolutionary happenings of the 60s, to the AIDS activism of the San Francisco Buyers Club, invoking a tradition of rebel spaces, resistance, and deep healing. The work can be presented in 2 versions, one with the 7-person band only, and the other with the full ensemble, which includes the band and up to 5 dancers. The work can be presented on proscenium stages, outdoor venues, and festival settings, and there is also NTP support for touring if that's of interest. Pre and post performance, the artists love to continue the dialogue with the community through curated outreach initiatives, including workshops, partnering with local activists, and design a dynamic mix of post-show panels, ciphers, and collective calls to action. Thank you, and we're excited to pack your theaters and your bowls. I look forward to your questions.
All righty. Do we have any questions for Chisa about cannabis? Vaudeville? Any questions for Chisa? All righty. Well, I just want to thank everybody for being here today. In particular, I really want to take a moment to give a special shout out to somebody we've been hearing about all afternoon, Derek. He has done an awesome job running our tech. potentially the smoothest pitch session ever. And also get a huge shout out to these amazing artists and their amazing pitches. This is incredible. And I hope y'all will join us in the Petit Triana now for a little further Q&A and deeper discussions with all of these artists and with each other. Have a great conference and make great seasons. This was a perfect start.